Hey guys, Captain Matt here. We're now in 2021, but I sure am glad to see 2020 go. This is some video we shot off of String of Pearls on a really stunning sunset not long ago. I thought I would include it here as we look at Jekyll Pier. That's Jekyll Island Pier over there. But I thought we would include this as we kind of sail into 2021. We're really excited about what's coming up for the year. String of Pearls is doing great, and we are really excited about warm weather and getting back to shooting skeet and doing our sunset cruises and everything else. But at the same time, we knew that we needed to take advantage of an opportunity, and so we did. And so on the rest of this video will be an introduction to something that we think is going to add a lot of value to the St. Simons area for those of you that want to come down and try your hand at going offshore and getting after some blue water fish, some pelagic species as they call them. So welcome to 2021. And welcome to the latest chapter in our charter business. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, everybody? It has been a while since we last spoke, but here it is. It's the end of December 2020. Man, what a year, right? I guess everybody will definitely remember this year as the year that sucked. It definitely did for us. We made the most of it, I think. As I look back on a lot of the stuff that we got done on String of Pearls, I think we made the most of it, but it was definitely a super challenging year. But we've got a good year planned. We've got a ton of stuff planned, both on String of Pearls and a new little something that we've got going on, which we're really excited to talk about. But I'll get back to that in a minute. But on String of Pearls, the last video I did on String of Pearls was finishing the teak deck, which we did pretty good, and it's held up well. We're gonna have to do more. I tried a sealer on it that didn't do a great job, and so we're gonna have to refinish it again, which is not gonna be hard. It's just a light sanding, and then I'm gonna find a better product to put down than what I did before. I gotta have something that's good in a high traffic area, and people spill stuff all over it. You know, there are people sit there at that table and they eat and they spill stuff all over it. And if it's like a little piece of meat or a piece of fried chicken or something, it stains it. So I gotta have something that makes it impermeable, but I'll find out what it is. But anyway, we've got a lot of varnishing. As soon as the weather starts warming up a little bit, I'm going to start varnishing on String of Pearls. A lot of varnish work to do. And so we're excited to get going with that. I'm going to learn a lot about varnishing this year. The little project that I've got coming up that we're so excited about is one of the things that we've noticed about St. Simons is this is really one of the best fisheries in the southeast. Now, okay, all you Charleston people, I'm not slighting Charleston. I'm just saying that right here in St. Simons, we've got a huge concentration of salt marsh, which puts lots of nutrients in the water. And this is a super area for fishing. So we have down here on St. Simons, we have a lot of open center console boats that fish, a lot of open center console charter fishing boats. But we don't have we don't have any people that are fishing on sport fishing boats. So the advantage of open center console boats are they're fast, super maneuverable, you know, and they're real fishy. It's real easy to fish all the way around, you know, walk all the way up to the bow. It's, you know, they're open center console, very fast. The downside of them are they're not very comfortable. You're exposed to the weather and the elements, and you know, I mean, it's open. So there's not really a lot of places to sit. A lot of people take beanbag chairs, and so anyway, so there's not they're not really all that comfortable for people to ride on, and there's nowhere to go to get out of the sun and the weather. And if you have to go to the bathroom, sometimes they have a little head on them, but most of them don't. You know, most of them if you need to go to the bathroom, you got to jump in the ocean or something. So it can be, you know, the comfort is a little bit of a challenge. So sport fishing boats, one of the big advantages of them is the comfort. You've got an air conditioner, you got an enclosed cabin, you can go get out of the weather, usually a sofa in there, maybe even a bed you can lay down on. So open center console boats, sport fishing boats are really, really comfortable. Typically they're pretty heavy, so they cut through the water pretty good, the waves and all. They're slower, they're not as fast. So usually a sport fishing boat's going to go somewhere between 20 and 30 knots, but probably closer to the 20 knot range than up there in the 30 knot range. And a lot of those open center console boats can go 40 or 50 miles an hour. And so the advantage there, what's the advantage to that? Well, the advantage to that is that here where we are, we're 90 miles from the Gulf Stream. So you can be out to the Gulf Stream, if you're going out that far, you can be out there twice as fast in one of those open boats. And we can, sometimes the ratio is even bigger than that. Just depending on the boat. Hang on, I have to park. All right. So what I've noticed is because of that comfort thing, even though the open center consoles are faster, you can get there, it's really a lot more hardcore. It's like because you're pounding. It's just being in an open center console boat is a lot more hardcore when you're going offshore fishing. Now the resulting factor is that a lot of times younger kids or people that would otherwise want to go offshore don't go because it's not very comfortable. Okay, so what are we going to do about it? Well, here's what we did is we bought a sport fishing boat, and it's a classic, and we're excited about it. And come on, and I'll go show you. Here's some proof it does get cold down here. Look, they had to put rock salt on the docks because the frost can make the docks really slippery. Ha! It does get cold down here. So here we are. This morning, I was trying to do this the other day, but somehow I recorded it in slow motion, so I didn't do it. But this is never say never. So this is our sport fishing boat that we are going to be doing trips on. We're about to going up to Atlanta. Atlanta. I ain't going to Atlanta. Now we're going to Savannah to have some work done on it. We've got a few things that we need to do. And so this is a Bertram 33 fly bridge cruiser. There. And it is a real classic boat. People rave about these hulls and how well they do in heavy seas and things like that. We're really excited. We've got just a few things to do to it to make it awesome. And we're going to be getting all that done. It's got nice outriggers on it. See the outriggers? You hear the engines from here. Got these vents. I think we're going to turn those around. I think they're supposed to face the other way, I think. But it's got a nice big cockpit, which we really like. There's the bridge up there. And then this is what it looks like inside. And there's Matthew. Here's the inside. Some fishing poles up there, some more down there. We're gonna get, this sofa is heavy. This sofa makes the boat list to port, and so we're gonna change that out. But yeah, so you know, this is what we've got going on. We're really excited. We're gonna be doing lots of sport fishing off this, so there'll be lots of videos coming your way on that over the course of the coming year. So stay tuned as we get going on Never Say Never. Never Say Never is a 1990 Bertram 33 flybridge cruiser. It's a very well-known hull and has great entry, so it does great in the waves. The ride up the river was great. I am super impressed with how this Bertram handles. Here we're going by the entrance to the Hampton River. If you take that little river up right there, the Hampton River, you go by the Hampton River Marina. There's the north end of St. Simon's Island. And it's a great ride up through there. But today we had a different destination in mind. We were headed up all the way to Savannah, which is about another 4 hours from where we are, 3.5 to 4 hours. On String of Pearls, it takes me over an hour to get to this spot, but it had only been 30 minutes since we were riding a lot faster. We're going about 25 knots now. That's what we call the Sand Hill. Sand Hill's a pretty cool little spot. And we're looking out at the Buttermilk Sound. All the way out there. You can't really see it, but at the very end is Sapelo Island. We left at 8:30, and it is now 9 o'clock, and we're already in the Buttermilk Sound. That's pretty good. So there's the very tip-top north end of St. Simon's over there. So there's Little St. Simon's. There's the mainland over there. And we're cruising up to ICW. I have to tell you, I love the way these motors sound. These are Yanmar 370s, and they have pretty low hours on them. We really liked the boat because of that, and really feel we'll get a lot of great use from the motors. That was definitely a very attractive thing about purchasing this boat. And they ran like a champ all the way up the Intercoastal Waterway. As you can see, the weather was just awful. It was windy and rainy and misty and cold. Just a nasty day. It was, I don't know, the temperature was probably in the 40s. It was nasty. Here we are coming into the Skidaway River in Savannah. Just beautiful docks and great boats. The flags were pegged out to the side. It was really windy. But we made it up there just fine, and the Bertram did great. This boat is an absolute pleasure to operate. It is safe, it is fast, and it's really pretty comfortable to drive on up in the cockpit. So, all in all, a really good trip. Well, here we are up in Savannah at Sail Harbor Marina. So we made it up here yesterday. It was freezing cold and rainy. Today the weather's a little bit nicer, but the wind blew like hell, and it was just an awful day. But we made the best of it and got on up here. I had to come back today because I forgot my trout rods, and I have to go trout fishing tomorrow, so I've come to pick that back up. But the boat's a little bit of a mess because it's weird. The pedestal up here is a little bit weird. But we're getting a lot of stuff done. There's a whole long list of things that we can go over. None of them are really big and serious, but it's just things to be done. Mainly we're getting the Yanmar people to come and go through the motors and make sure that the motors run great. Just have a really big service done on those. Change the oil and filters and all the hoses and belts and hose clamps, and just really go through them. The boat ran great on the way up here. Hopefully the footage that we took yesterday turns out great. But it really ran great. The generator still has some issues, but we are going to have them go through that as well and fix that. I think the generator is in good shape. I think the impeller is bad, so I think it runs hot. And so anyway, they're going to fix all that though. And hopefully we'll get up here as they're doing all that work, and we'll be able to record all that stuff. But we made it safely, and we'll bring you updates over the next little bit as we get Never Say Never restored, and then start chartering these trips out there to go catch the fish. It's pretty up here in Savannah. So there's the view from this marsh. There's a nice big sport fisher down there. Maybe you can see the oyster beds, and the these marshes of Georgia are just fantastic. And we'll make sure that we capture the trip back down to St. Simon's too. So that's it. We made it, and we will be bringing more updates. Thanks a lot. Pretty old wooden sailboat. So Sail Harbor is an active shipyard, and from what we hear, these guys do really good work. It's kind of a throwback little place. But we hear they do really good work. Certainly have a good collection of oysters there. So they'll haul it out. We'll try to come up and get that. What a great classic boat. Check that thing out. That's awesome. Old shrimp boat. Mariners are very industrious. It looks like they just pulled that out not long ago. See the water draining? They've already pressure washed it. All the goo they got off the bottom. That's a working boat. Have to kind of pick your way here a little bit. That is a working boat. Nice big sea hunter. Looks like they're getting a new bottom job. How they put masts up and things. And it looks like this boat got a new bottom job yesterday. It looks really good. Nice work there. And this one looks like it just got a new bottom job too. I think these people do really good work. Here's one that looks like they just finished up on. Nice job there on that bottom. And I gotta do that one. That's a big boat. Alright, so that's kind of Sail Harbor Marina. Now it's back to St. Thomas. See you later.